Saturday the 24th of August, I think. Is it 24th? Anyway, it's around
24th, Saturday, August 24th at 8:52.
Yep. So we're getting ready to leave. This is where we showed you that our tent was set up. It was right there. And we had this, we were right at the top of Chimney Rock. This spot's called Chimney Rock. I guess there's a lot of chimney rocks and several other names we noticed are used throughout the Appalachian chain over and over. But this is Chimney Rock here in Pennsylvania. Anyway, we climbed up there last night and you got a view into the valley. We showed you that. So we were right here at the top at this nice camp spot here amongst these rocks. So kind of some cool ones. The moon was up in the sky up there last night, shining down and illuminating these rocks into our campsite. It was really nice. Couldn't capture it though, like you see it with the camera. Not that talented. I'm sure somebody can. But anyway, we're getting ready to take off. We're going to try to do some bigger miles today. We did about almost 10, 9.9 yesterday. We've got about 28 more miles to go to get to the Pine Grove Furnace State Park, where we are located with our vehicle. So we had about a 40-mile stretch to cover between Penmar and there. We got about 10 of it knocked out. It's 38, I think, actually. So we've got 28 to go. So we're going to try to get a bigger day today where we can just have a moderate day tomorrow, hopefully. We'll see. Or it may still be about even, because that'd be 214s to get half of it. But anyway, we're getting ready to go. So we'll check in a bit. All right, it's 9 o'clock. We're just came down from there, the Blue Blaze that led up to where we camped at Chimney Rocks. And now we're heading north on the AT. So we made it back to the AT. This is mile 1077.2 from Springer Mountain. So heading north, that was where we camped at 1077.2. All right, we're getting closer and closer to 1100, and I guess the halfway mark is a little before that. So moving in on halfway, pretty exciting. Look forward to getting there. And then the 1100 mile mark will come soon after that. So we'll see. We'll check in later. We're off and running. All right, we're almost 3 hours in. It's about 12 o'clock almost. And we're going right at 6 miles. We would have been past 6 miles, but we did stop and have a long conversation with another hiker. Probably 20 minutes. So, going through this rocky little spot. Most trails have been real nice and easy. Generally flat. Had a couple of, hadn't had too much climbing. I think we're going to have to climb here in a bit again, but it's basically been level ground. A little bit of downhill, a little bit of uphill, but a lot of it's just level. And very nice. Rocky spots, but we're enjoying Pennsylvania. It's a lot of fun. This state forest we're in, the Michaud State Forest, is beautiful. It's a pretty isolated little area. So nice and quiet out here. But anyway, we're still pushing on. There's a possible opportunity to get some barbecue up here. So we don't know if they're open today, but we think they probably are, being that it's Saturday. So we'll see about that. We might do that. We haven't decided yet, but it's coming up in a few miles. Probably we'll be there around 1 or 1:30, I would guess. So we'll see what we feel like. But that does sound pretty good to me. All right, here's our next boulder scramble. Got some pretty good size rocks in here to go through. There's our white blaze. And so here we go, right up through this area. Trying to do this with one hand on the phone. So it's a little tricky to keep it pointing in the right direction at all times, but I'm doing my best to show you what some of this is like. That's a really tall stack of rocks there. It's amazing they stand there. Yep. So yeah, we're right on top of the ridge again, in the rockiest spot, but pretty awesome through here. It's not that difficult, it's just that it slows you down. It's about 1:45. We've gone about 7.5 so far. Yeah, we either coming through all those rocks or you're on a nice cruisy trail like this. So it's real nice in between the rocky stretches. You get these long, flat. And we're just not high up. You can look around and it's just flat ground. We're in a big flat area We might be up a little bit in elevation, around 1,000 feet or so, but it's not really mountainous as it is further south. And I imagine further north. I just haven't been there yet, but I know it is. All right, so we're walking to the barbecue place. It's about a half a mile. So we called them. They still have barbecue. So we're heading up the road. We've got a nice shoulder to walk on. And it's pretty flat. So all right, we just made it up here. It's probably about a 15-minute walk. It was nice and flat in the shade and the breeze was blowing. So we're getting ready to go in here and check it out. '65 South BBQ. Auburn Tigers.
Straight up.
All right, we just finished up our great barbecue meal. That was awesome. The guy that owns it excuse me. The guy that owns this from Alabama. And he and his wife met it at Birmingham. In Birmingham. So it's hard talking over all these cars. I'm sorry. But we're walking back up to the trail. It's well worth it. Highly recommend 65 South BBQ in Fayetteville, Pennsylvania. Real good stuff. We had the brisket and the pulled pork, and both were generous helpings and very good flavor. So anyway, we're heading back to the trail, heading north. All right, about 2:30, and we just got back on the trail. We just got back from the barbecue place and got back on the trail here at mile 1085.5. That's US Highway 30, I think, near Fayetteville, Pennsylvania. Once again, that was really good barbecue. I recommend it highly. That brisket was fantastic. So we're heading north again. We need to do about at least 6 miles, we feel like. We'll see what we can do. All right, we'll check in later. All right, the trail comes through a piece of the Caledonia State Park right here. Nice stream running through. A lot of kids out playing in the creek. Anyway, we're moving on. We got water at the barbecue place, so we don't need water right now. Nice picnic shelters. And we're following the trail. There's the white blaze in front of us. And then there's more of the state park. But we're gonna go straight in right here. So we're probably starting to leave the open part of the park anyway, where all the facilities are. All right, we'll check in later. we stopped here at Quarry Run Shelter. It's a beautiful place. It's got some flowers, benches. There's a swing that we can't use because there's some day hikers here that are swinging, but they do have a porch swing over there. It's 2 shelters, picnic table in the middle. It's super nice. Very clean, very well done. We've got benches, gates, flowers, sun dials, and nice rhododendron surrounding of the whole area. So we met those the trail and shelter maintainers host down there at the state park, Caledonia. So Quarry Gap Shelter, it's a beauty. All right, we're gonna move on, I think. It's inviting to stay here, but we're gonna probably keep on moving. Get some more miles knocked out to make tomorrow easier, so. All right. All right, it's a little after 5. And we've gone, let's see, we stopped down at the Quarry Run Shelter and took a little break, got a little bit of water they had there. Some of the trail maintainers had put some gallons of water in the food box, so we appreciate that. And then we've gone 1.5 miles pretty much on a steady climb up to this ridge line we're on now. It looks like we're gonna stay on this ridge line and then start going down eventually. So we're pretty much done with our big climbs for this whole trip. So everything else will be kind of small and manageable, and it has been really. So we're gonna be getting in probably around 7 or so to the campsite, because what we want to do is stop at a cabin that's owned by the Potomac Appalachian Trail Club, who oversees the maintenance in this area. And there is a spring there, so we'll get water there, maybe even eat there, and then move down 0.4 to a big campsite that's on trail. So that's our plan. And that would just leave us with around 12 tomorrow to finish up at Pine Grove Fern State Park. And that'd be a lot more manageable because it'll be a pretty easy terrain. Tomorrow we kind of did the tough stuff just now. We just finished. If we'd stayed down at that shelter, we would have had to do that climb up in the morning, which fresh legs is not too bad, but we've gotten it over with now. So we're moving on, trying to make tomorrow a little bit shorter. I think will be better for us. All right, we made it down to this cabin, the Milesburn cabin, and it was built in 1930, so it's been here quite a while. And you can rent this, evidently. It's locked up, but I don't know how much it is, but we do have a good water source here, so we just grabbed some water. We're going to eat, and then we're going to camp about 0.4 miles north here on the trail. Not supposed to camp here, so we're going to eat and collect water. We're filtering it. Then we're going to head up to our campsite. All right, we'll check in a bit.
All right, it's getting a little dark. We just got to our tent site. It's a big open area in here. So we did 16.3 today. Actually 17.3 because we went to eat barbecue, and that was half mile there and half mile back. So this looks like a really nice flat spot. Trail's right over there. So we have about 12 tomorrow. So we will get the tent set up and we'll see you in the morning.